So as most people know at this point, I was at Brickfair, Virginia 2024. And of course, I did spend a good bit there. So this video is basically just gonna go over what all I got, how was my experience, and I'll even show a few pictures at the end. So let's get into it. So first things first is the thing that I bought towards the end when I really should have bought it at the start of it all, was this bag. It has Brickfair, Virginia on it. Well, not Virginia part, but it does have Brickfair and this cool little symbol with 3 or 4 bricks on it. As you can tell, this is my first time ever doing one of these haul videos, so please bear with me. Next thing we had was this bag of masks that are right here. So all of these masks in this bag are a combination of all the masks I got from Red Star Games, Socket Ball, I forget his name, Mox, and from my good friend Yeet. So I'll open up the bag and I'll take little videos and kind of show you like what all the masks kind of look up close while I talk about each one and how I pretty much like got them. Alright, so here are all the masks that I got. So from this little column right here, this is a mixture between Socket Ball and Mr. Mox masks that he painted, all of which looks really good. Like, I have no complaints about any of these masks, because the painting is just really good, and the printing for these ones, they are actually, like, you wouldn't even be able to tell if this is real Lego or not, aside from a few, like, alterations between them, and the obvious coloring. On this, in the middle here, we have all of the ones I got from Red Star, which aren't a lot, but still, I got a good bit from them. And then these ones over here were given to me by the Yeet. Shout out to him, by the way. He's a really cool dude. And then those ones over here, the beast heads, these were given to me by 2 of my friends, known as the Elusive Justin and Adiki Pictures. Adiki Pictures gave me this one because he didn't have a black jaw, and Justin gave me 2 of the heads, but one without a jaw. So, oh well. So now we're gonna talk about like each of these masks up close and like how I rate each of them. So let's get to it. So for the first mask from Mr. Mox when he was painting his masks is this skull spider with a white and red color scheme, and this mask just looks amazing because it looks like as if it would belong to a deity-like character, and it's really inspired me to like make one just to like put this mask on there because of how awesome it looks. It's got like so many symbols and stuff on it that you would think like it would belong to an actual deity character, and it makes it look like it got like a bunch of runes on it as well because of all the symbols. But this mask will definitely be getting a mock in the future. So for this green version of the Tahu's Nuva's Mask of Shielding, this will be for a character known as Trazon, who is part of Nadiki Pictures' character roster, who uses a green version of the mask, just a pure green version, none of the shading or anything like that. But I was like, you know what, I might as well get this one because it would be like a good call on my part if I ever want to make that character. So that's how I got this mask. And finally, for the Rusted Akaku, this one I actually asked Mr. Mox himself to help me choose a mask right before I left the convention, and he said this is a mask I would choose. And so I was like, alright, I will buy this mask off of you, and I shall give it to a character when I get the earliest convenience. Now, the thing I love about this mask is just the little lens glares on each of them. Like, I cannot shut up about it. It looks so cool. That just shows you, like, how detailed he wanted to get each of his masks, and I have nothing but respect for that. Because he is an artist, and when it comes to artists like these, when it comes to, like, masked arts and things like that, I can't help but just admire their work, you know? Moving those masks to the sides, here are all of what I bought from Socket Ball. So about 4 of these masks I actually got for about $20 in total, with each of these masks that weren't part of the little deal that he was having with the 4 masks, which are namely these 4. They were usually around $10, which isn't too bad because it's it's a reasonable pricing because of all the, you know, having to print them, mold them, and all that. So I didn't really have a big deal with it. I especially loved like how these masks look because I love the how, but these looked awesome, especially with the translucent look to them. Now this one, I was actually really like, I just loved how this one was because he considered it a failed print, and I was like, what? This looks like an awesome print. This looks amazing because like the thing he was trying to go for was basically the white in the middle being much more prominent in the front, and then kind of like smoothing out, and then this area up here was supposed to be like much more dark blue. So I just said to the man, I will buy that mask off of you because that is like an amazing mask for a mock that I could use. And he said, all right. And so I paid for the mask, and that's how I got this amazing print. Because it looks awesome, and I really do want to do something like this one day. These masks, the reason why these 4 right here were like not so much, since I only had to pay $10 for both of them, was because these ones, apparently there was a misprint on the bottom jaw area right here. That's supposed to be a little more filled in, but you can barely notice it, and I doubt it will make a big deal. And the reasons why these 2 was because they are a slightly off-colored white when compared to the normal white that you would see. The Mahiki over here, I actually got this one because my friend 117 John, he has a character named Zavarius who actually uses this mask. So I was thinking, oh, actually, this would be a pretty good idea to use for him, since I don't have his mask of immolation that he usually wears. So when I get around to it, then I plan on making his self-mock Zavarius. For the middle area right here, these are all from Red Stars, which, shout out to them for being there and for selling such amazing masks and eye stocks. I bought a good bit of them. You know, they're really cool masks, you know? I love them so. Yes, but we'll go over those in a little bit. But they were selling some really cool mask molds. This one I just had to grab for myself because it looks really cool. My favorite among them all, I would have to say it's this one, because this one gives off like a huge insect-like vibe with all the glittery greenness to it, and I could see this for a certain character in the future if I ever get around to it. The only mask I love all the masks, don't get me wrong. But if the one mask I least like, it's probably the Garai, because it's a very interesting one. But I feel like I was just kind of like buying at that point, just trying to get as many masks as I could. So, but you know, I still love all these masks and they are amazing. My only gripe is that some of the axle connections are a little loose, but that can easily be fixed very easily. And finally, for the mask area, we have the ones that were printed by the Yeet, who gave me these for a few dollars, even though since these were kind of like mismolded and things, like they didn't come out too well and they weren't too clean. But I honestly really do love how they look, because these are some pretty good molds, and especially since he's with his new 3D printer, these are like, they look amazing. He did give me 3 other masks, one of which is the Firearks mask that I have, that I will actually show after talking about these masks, and the other mask that he gave me, which was a Champion Bakari and a mural for 2 characters that I can't really show at the moment. Well, I can show one of them. Well, actually, no, I can show them both, because they're not going to be any relevance in the story. But this mask over here, he actually gave me in a trade for a Shrek mask. This is for another character I actually do plan on making, because I voice acted him. I bet you a penny if you can guess who it is. And this mask, he actually had on his Telox, which he gave to me because he didn't really need it, and I was like, alright, I'll take it off your hands. And so this was just kind of thrown in the deal. And this is a duck brick mask. So I was actually very surprised to learn that this mask is actually not that bad. Though it does need a little bit of cleaning up here and there, but I'm not gonna complain for a mask that was thrown in. By the way, these are the ones that I didn't show in the initial video, but took a photo of, so I hope you enjoy these. These are the Champion Bakari and the great mural that I asked the Yeet for. With that, all the masks have been talked about, and now we can talk about one of the things I pretty much cleared out of Red Star's table area, and that would be the eye stalks. So here are all the eye stalks I bought from Red Star Games, because they were selling quite a bit, and me and my friends, when we saw them, we all instantly just thought, we need to grab some for our characters. And so we grabbed as many as we could, and the first time around, I just grabbed about 5 to 4, you know, just kind of leave some for everyone else. Upon coming back and seeing, like, their eye stocks hadn't really been bought at all, I was like, you know, I'll take a few more, you know, why not, we'll take a few more. And then, coming back again, kind of passing around, because I just kept, like, you know, going in a circle sort of deal during Brickfair. They still had a lot of eye stocks, and I was like, you know what, I'll buy some more. Here, give me these. Give me all these. And by the time I was leaving, I asked my friends, hey, are any of you guys gonna take the rest of these eye stocks? And they only had about 5 left. And when I heard a no from everybody, I was like, alright, I'm gonna buy them all. And all in all, I spent about $63 on all of these eye stocks. Which, some of these eye stocks are already being used on characters that I have next to me, but no reason to show them off right now. But, in terms of quality, these eye stocks can be, it's definitely a coin toss, because sometimes the axle connection is very, very good, while some of the other ones are, it needs a bar piece to kind of connect the eye stalk. But that's fine, because these masks, their pros outweighs the cons, because this is what it looks like when it's in a Metru head. And let me tell you, these are really good. It has enough, like, sticking out, but not a lot where it's, like, sticking out like the normal eye stalks, which I really do like, because it definitely leaves room for, like, more posability when it comes to heads like these when they have these eye stalks, because now they can look, like, entirely up, they can look all the way down, they can look from side to side without any of, like, their backpacks, wings, or anything like that they have on their backs or anything really blocking their ways, unless the torso has, like, something on the sides that kind of, like, limits head movement. But that's besides the point. These eye stalks are really good, and my only complaint is that they just need to work on a little bit on their axle connection quality. But other than that, these eye stalks are really good. I'm already starting to switch out some of my character's eye stalks with some of these, because there's, like I said, I have nothing but praise for these things for the most part. This one, and they make it in, like, a lot of colors that you would not see in normal Legos, because this one's a turquoise color, which is really nice. Like, it's still got, like, that translucent look, but it's still got, like, that color shining through. And I really do love how they made these. I got a white one from them as well, which is actually being used on my Toe of Gravity character named Owl. This black one I actually plan on using for one of my villain characters that is going to use a Metru head, but I don't know who yet. Because, like, how many characters on BioTube can you say, like, you know, that uses a black eye stalk? Not a lot. So I was like, you know what, I want to be like that interesting fellow that uses like very, very interesting eye stock color for their villains. But with that, that's pretty much all I have to say about Red Star's eye stocks. All in all, I have to give these things like a solid 8.5 out of 10 because these things are just they're really good. Possible rock song? No, I'm just kidding. On to the next one. So yes, as we were there, we were mostly just hunting after Bionicle parts and Bionicle masks and all sorts of things that are Bionicle or Hero Factory adjacent. But I did see a few things that did catch my eyes that I thought I wouldn't really be buying, but here we are. I bought some Lego minifigures accessories, some zombie heads, and of course I did buy some utility items for my characters, which are very good, and we will go over them right now. So, Brick Tactical were the people that were selling most of these parts that I bought from. Go check them out, by the way. They make some really cool molds. And one of the first few things that I have to point out is some of the weapons that they were selling, like this Spaz 12 shotgun. It looks really nice, and it's very interesting. I really do like how it looks. It looks like the real thing. Now, I will say, I feel like it's a tad long for a minifigure, but, you know, they went for accuracy, and by gosh, they succeeded. Another thing that I bought from there was these UN helmets that are used by both of these characters. They were also selling this vest right here that this soldier is wearing that looks very nice, and I hope to see them again in the future, because I might buy some more of these for some UN soldiers I want to make for a diorama. Of course, they were also selling brick arm weapons that look amazing. Then the thing that I was like very glad I bought were these zombie heads that I will go over in little pictures and things. But the zombie heads themselves, they look. Oh, these zombie heads are part of something known as the World War Z zombie head pack. And as you can see, they have like a lot of different styles when it came to each of the zombie heads. Like we have some, I am so sorry, I keep dropping them. They had some that didn't have any blood in them at all, some of them that didn't even have their mouth open, and this one even has a little mustache. One of the ones that I really did like was this one with his mouth sewn shut, and another one that, where is it? He's around here. There he is, Mr. Motormouth himself, because he looks like as if he was talking a lot, but then he got his jaw ripped off, and then he became known as Motormouth. And of course, we got Eyeless. So, and then we have another one called. I'm just gonna call him Dead Guy because he has like a giant slash across his face. So I think this zombie would be dead. But all in all, these zombie heads are actually really cool to look at and really fun to mess around with, especially when these things are going to be part of the diorama I talked about earlier. This one is actually using another one of the zombie heads that also uses a good bit from the Brick Tactical selection case area that came with this gun and this vest that I got. And this zombie I actually nicknamed the Sergeant because he looks a little bit like a sergeant. Another thing they were selling a lot of were Mark I Spartan armor, and of course Spartan weapons. These Spartan armors, they have a good bit of motion, but I will say the helmet does become a little fidgety once you turn too far, and you can still see the head underneath. But it's fine because they weren't too much. They were just $4 per armor pieces, which isn't a lot with how much I bought. Now, another thing that they were selling that I instantly just had to buy was this. They were selling meme heads, and one of them was the Trollage face. And I could not help but laugh. And I was like, can I get this, please? Because this looks awesome. And so I bought the head, and I might actually give it to that white Spartan that's right here. All of the armors that are right here, I got the gray one, I got a tan one, a dark tan, and another white one, because I am actually going to use that one to make a very certain character from a certain series that has blue visor and blue shoulder pads. All of the weapons I bought from them were each of these. They're, as you can tell, a good bit of them were shotguns, because I do like me a shotgun, and a good bit of them were Halo weapons as well. Here, let me get them up close to the camera so you can kind of all see it. And then they were also selling these weapons right here. I bought 2 of each, which they both look really good, and they like I said before, these things definitely feel like real Lego. So you would be probably tricked by them if you weren't having a close eye on them. And now for the final thing, which I already made the live stream over opening it, but I feel like I should show it just once more because I did buy this at Brickfair, and I feel like I need to show it off. Which is the Crystal Beast monster set, which I already did a stream building him up, but here's the full story of how I got him. So me and my friend John, we were both walking around on the final day of Brickfair, which was on the Sunday, and I saw this set up on a shelf for $100, and after walking around a little bit, not really seeing too much else I could get, I came back to that stand, and I talked to the owner and said, all right, I'm having a really hard time choosing if I should get this or not, so I'm gonna have you do something for me. I'm gonna flip a coin, and I want you to call it. And the guy said, all right, and he said tails. I flipped the coin, and as you know, it landed on tails. And here I am now with this Crystal Beast that will soon be made into a different mock. But it is still fun to have around, and I am still very happy that I did get it when I did. Because I went big or go home this year. And I will not say how much I spent this year because I feel embarrassed. But all in all, Brickfair Virginia was a ton of fun, and I might be going next year if enough of my friends go, because it's definitely a lot more fun when you have friends with you walking around the entire convention together, just kind of, you know, doing jokes, having a laugh, doing all sorts of things, doing all sorts of silly stuff. And I'll be sure to make another video kind of showcasing everything I took a picture of at Brickfair and all the videos I made. But with that is all I have to show for now, and this is my first haul video, and I promise in the future it will not be as janky as this. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and I hope you all have a good one. Ciao for now.